We're at the magnificent Thomas More College near Cliff in Durban, in the heart of KwaZulu-Natal. It is day 2 of the Indoor Africa Cup 2021. So it is the third match of the day. Well, we would make it the 7th match of the tournament. In fact, no, way more than that. It's been a tremendous event so far, but next up, Namibia go up against Botswana in the women's competition. Botswana were in action a little earlier today, going up against South Africa. What's going to happen this time around? Namibia, last time they played was when they went down to South Africa 2-1. Match certainly played in high spirits. Fantastic to see. Looking at the lineups taking on these two sides. With me, Tyron Jabu Barnard. Tyron, a strong Namibian outfit going up against a relatively inexperienced Botswana side.
Yeah, Derek, if we look at that team, you've got Petro Stoffberg, Gillian Emanis, Maggie Mingo, Duray Boshoff and Sunal Lidwig, who all have more than 20 caps for their country, were part of the World Cup 2018 squad. Fantastic players. Really impressed with them yesterday, and Azali Philander. Of course, this is Botswana's last game of the tournament unless they pull out a massive win. Lisa Ebert and her team really impressed this morning. Of course, Tsepiso Jacob, the superstar.
The beautiful anthems are completed as we head into the third match of the day, the second in the women's competition. Namibia making their first appearance today, following on from their hard-fought 2-1 loss to South Africa last night. And Botswana will be competing what is expected to be their final match of the competition. And yeah, it's expected to be a Namibia onslaught, but Botswana certainly have improved with each game. Tyron, a great venue and so far a great tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the accommodating and the passion from the Botswana players, the willingness to learn, the desire to improve has all been there. And, you know, Derek, in time they will get better, and there's the learning curve. But it would be remiss not to say what is the state of play. So for Botswana to qualify for the final, they would need a very, very big victory here, coupled with Namibia losing again against South Africa this evening by a sizable amount. It's unlikely, but once again, as we said, that they'll probably look at yesterday and say, let's do a bit better than that. Let's break it down into chukkers. Let's break it down into small minutes. And when we spoke to Lisa about earlier, you saw how excited the team were when they were able to do that. So that's what they'll be looking for here. Both teams in blue, different shades of blue, if not quite 50 shades of blue, but there is different shades. Will it be the sky blues? Will it be the dark royal blue who are triumphant here? And as we start very early, Botswana having a chance and already just doing so much better by slowing it down.
As the late, great F1 commentator Murray Walker always used to say, anything can happen, and it usually does. And could we see something like that take place this time around? Well, regardless of the result, we certainly hope to be entertained, and that is exactly what shall happen.
Of course, welcome to all our viewers from around the world. If you're in Namibia, if you're in Botswana, if you're in Canada, if you're in USA, Poland, Switzerland, wherever it is that you're watching, we hope you're enjoying the coverage. This is African indoor hockey, and ladies and gentlemen, it is the time for Africa. It's a time for a team to take their spot, steal their spot at the 2022 Indoor Hockey World Cup, and of course, go there and make the continent proud.
So the first chakka underway. No goal yet on the board. And as I say that, Sifiso Jacob fighting hard to keep that ball out. And she's assisted by her defense. Good work from Boto Motlanka. 2 minutes into the clash. And no goal yet on the board. Sifiso Jacob just having her equipment seen to.
I'm not sure that that's what Shanae thought she would be doing as umpire today. Her chest guard just coming loose there.
Oh, and a shot through the legs, but eventually picked up by Gillies. She hands it out to her captain, Mengo.
Gillies, of course, making her debut yesterday, playing in the number 5 shirt, the number that was worn at the World Cup by Kiana Cormack, where she went on to be the top goal scorer in 2018. So big shoes to fill. She is actually playing, it looks like, with a K5 stick too.
Nice play there from Motlanka. But back to Namibia. Gillies hands it off to Boshoff. Boshoff fires it just left. A nice start this by Botswana. And yesterday, by this stage, they were around 3 or 4 down already. So they'll be very happy. They're still deadlocked early on in this chakka.
Two umpires getting together to play a game of rock, paper, scissors. And scissors wins over paper, but not over rock, which loses to Lizard and Spock. And it is a penalty corner to Namibia. Botswana grabbing the mask, getting ready. Of course, A fantastic fact that we have been chatting about with some of the umpires and technical officials here. I mean, in indoor hockey, the ball is injected and put back into the goal within 2 seconds at a penalty corner.
Oh.
Early break there. I mean, she is banished to the other side, and it will now just be 3 Namibians defending this.
Here we go. Sent it through. The shot comes in and it reaches the top right-hand corner as Namibia open their count. An excellent strike from Meyer. 1-0 in favor of the ladies in dark. You say royal blue.
Is it Royal?
Royal blue versus sky blue.
Man City versus Everton, for those who struggle. That kind of colours. Remember, Namibia in blue with red numbers, Derek, not orange ones.
Yeah, that's red.
You know what else is red?
What?
One of the cards in their pocket. Hopefully we don't see one this weekend.
What's black and white and red all over? Black and white and red all over.
A zebra whose bum's been bitten.
A newspaper.
You can't see how indignant I am because I'm very disappointed that that joke came from Derek and not me. That is amazing. I can tell you our producer here on the side, Steve, is busy punching himself in the face so he doesn't have to listen to this.
Meyer centers it through. Boshoff with the opportunity, and that goes a begging midway through the first checker. And Namibia hold on to their 1-goal lead.
So, Derek, we will be saying goodbye to Botswana at the end of this tournament. Let's just talk about the team. Between the two of us, let's pick 3 players that we thought have enhanced their reputation over the 2 days of action.
Well, the first one goes without saying, and I think it would be the top pick for both of us. And wearing the number 12, but wearing a lot of guarding as well. And she was about to be called into action once again. She's by far and away been the most involved player for Botswana. And that, of course, is Tsepiso Jacob. The goalkeeper, unfortunately, got her hands in frustration, upset with her defense. And yeah, often she's been left alone to try and fend for herself. Hasn't been assisted that much by the defense, but I think you'd agree, Ty. She would be our pick for Botswana's top player.
Yeah, very much along the lines of what DJ Strauss, the captain of the Namibian men, said in his post-match earlier when he paid credit to the Botswana keeper because he just said, you know, you let in 30, but you saved 60. And that's exactly. Tsepiso Jacob has been absolutely superb. She makes a save there, and another save, and another save. And another save.
Wow.
You know what's great is, here's a chance. These are, just going the wrong side of Julian Emanis there. Would have opened up. But that's great. 4 saves in a row there.
Yeah, I think it was absolutely perfect symmetry. We were speaking about how good she is, and there she just proved it once again. And she's had many of those. And I'm not talking about a save. I'm talking about opportunities where there's 2, 3, 4 occasions where Namibia just attack. And she gets initial strike. She protects the rebound. She protects the ricochet. So now she's been called into action once again for this penalty corner. Namibia still leading matters 2-0, but Tsepiso Jacob hoping that they don't make it 3 as she stands in the way of the likes of Ludwig and Schming.
Not controlled. A opportunity missed there by Namibia. And with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the Chaka, it remains 2-0. A little bit telegraphed there, a little bit too easy for Kayla Schming to read, but she doesn't control it. And a little bit of a slow start here by Namibia.
Very much so. I think we spoke about another player who's put up their hand. I've been thoroughly impressed with Irene Jeremiah. Hasn't had things go quite all her way. Actually, very little has. But she's been extremely tough. The amount of stick she's got to the body, the amount of defending she's had to do. And she's come out of each occasion smiling. So, yeah, should be my second pick. As Botswana resume matters.
Yeah, Derek, I'll go with the third pick because you've gone with my second pick as well. And for me, there were two players I was weighing it up between, being both the captain, Lisa Eberhardt, but I just love the gumption, the way she plays, the heart of Keen Pakane.
I thought that was going to come up. Agreed. 2-0. Will Namibia make it 3? Here comes the ball. Fired in. And it is fired in to the correct spot. As Philander makes it 3. So Botswana to continue from the middle. Eberhardt, unfortunately, her pass goes astray. Kriya gets it out to Ludwig. Back to Kriya. Kriya with an attempt. Standing in her way. None other than Jacob. Ludwig. Kriya. Eberhardt. Oh, the ball going in the air, following maybe a stick. Eberhardt looks to push it long. Unfortunately, she just hits the wall. So Namibia attack once again. Kriya tries to take it, shimming. Can't get it. Eberhardt there. Slight injury there for Botswana. It is Maramolwa. Shimming. Sent it through, and the ball makes its way over the line, hitting the backboard below the net. And that means it's goal number 4 for Namibia.
The one real positive for Botswana is that they just haven't let their heads drop, and they really have made their friends and family members at home watching really proud of the heart and the determination. And look, they've got a way to go, but you know, if they can play here and then go from here and build on it, then something special can happen.
Well, as we heard DJ Strauss speak about it earlier, he kept on saying to Botswana, and this was obviously to the men's side, he said, don't worry, we've been there. Every country, every team has to start from somewhere, and that's indeed the case with Botswana. Yes, there have been very heavy defeats, but it will only get better, and that's an absolute guarantee. And there's plenty of examples in history of sides getting their campaigns off to pretty poor starts and fighting back to secure amazing results. Think back at Japan, that 145 loss to the All Blacks, 1995. And who can forget Brighton, 2015.
And not just Brighton, 2015, 2019, beating Ireland,
Yeah.
getting to the quarterfinals as group winners.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, Derek, if you look at sports is all about fairy tales. You see, like, small teams like, I don't know, Man United and Orlando Pirates winning things every now and again. And, you know, it just shows you that it doesn't matter how small you are, you have a chance. I mean, I just hacked off half of the country with that comment. But in all seriousness, that's the great thing about sports. You think of all sorts of teams. I think of the Warriors winning a cricket tournament against the Odd in South Africa. I think of Easterns winning a cricket tournament. Namibia qualifying for the World Cup. Leicester winning a soccer tournament. Even in cricket, we've seen the likes of West Indies come from nowhere and win a T20. The thing is, sport is a level playing field. When you go on the field, you know, you start level and anything can happen in that time. And I think the thing Botswana want to do is they want to give themselves more chance for anything to happen. And that comes through preparation, through time, and through a little bit more investment.
So Botswana certainly finding their feet in international competition and up against a very strong Namibian outfit. And Just having a look at some of the stars of Namibia. That certainly is one of them. Their captain, Maggie Mengo, trying her best to find the back of the net. Not to be for her. Amazingly, Mengo, we were watching the game last night between Namibia and South Africa. It was a high-paced encounter. And by tie and ice count, it looked as if Mengo stayed on court for the duration of the match. I asked her afterwards, and she said no, she indeed did go off, but it wouldn't have been more than 2-3 minutes, Ty. She was there, well, she was pretty much everywhere when we were watching. And it was a great game. Namibia put up such a fight in the end, going 2 goals to 1 down. And yeah, tonight's game is going to equally be an intense cracker.
It's an interesting one because I think both teams know tonight already that they're through to the final, and ultimately what happens tonight doesn't matter because tomorrow is a winner takes all. So it is very difficult in the sense that some players, you know, don't get me wrong, every single player is going to go on that field tonight and try and win for the country. But subconsciously, you maybe don't go in at 110% into every clash. You know, you don't have that precision that top sports people have, you know, in those big matches. That BMT isn't there because it isn't quite the BMT. So there's an undercurrent of that, but it also offers you a bit of a win-win situation. If the game doesn't go well, you're able to shut it down and say, listen, but it doesn't matter because tomorrow is everything. But if the game goes well, you can say, look, let's build momentum on the basis of this.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to approach a game like that if I was the respective coaches of Namibia and South Africa.
Penalty strike here for Namibia. Jacobs on the floor, swinging her stick, deliberately using the back stick, and it has to be a strike. And it looks as that Marburg. It's Donna Meyer. And it
goes wide. You see Jacob going the right way, perhaps influencing Meyer somewhat.
Yeah, Derek, it's an interesting one because, you know, Namibia, you lost last night. You don't want to lose again and create that element of doubt. But you also don't want to necessarily win if it means you lose tomorrow. No, so it's an interesting dynamic to have. Is do you go all out tonight and also risk an injury or something like that? Is the momentum, I suppose it just, which school of thought are you from? Are you from the momentum is king? You play every game as if it's a final? Or are you from the school of thought that nothing matters until tomorrow's game and make the most of it there as the superstar of this tournament? Tepiso Jacob makes yet another save. I think she has made 20 saves in this game already, and she hasn't really been under as much pressure.
Yeah, I agree. You can see how, yeah, I mean, she really has done a really good job so far in this game. But, I mean, as you say, compared to, there we go, there's another, unfortunately, the ricochet falling into the waiting stick of Tara Marie Myberg. So she slots it home for Namibia's 5th goal. So, yeah, Jacob hasn't been under as much pressure as the last couple of matches. But that being said, it's still been fairly tough going, and she certainly has stood up to the onslaught from Namibia. Just going back to your question, oh man, and Jacob gets a stick to it, but it's not enough. And, what is the umpire saying this time around?
3 points. 3 points. Sorry, not 3 points. Look at me. She didn't move it 3 meters. She wasn't 3 from the free hit, so it's disallowed. They were conferring there because it was touch and go, but ultimately it was more go than touch.
So coming back to your question, Ty. Oh, Jacobs was down and out. There was no way she was going to save that. Not even her superhuman effort could put pay to that. She was down on the floor, miles away from the scorer, and as she watched the ball sail over into the back of the net. Yeah, I don't think you need to treat every match as a final, but you certainly do want to win. Of course, there's the other case that, remember, as we saw what happened to Namibia and South Africa a couple of years back at the last qualifier, South Africa dominated matters in the build-up, but then Namibia ultimately won the match that really counted. So you could ask, do you think back at that stage, South Africa fell into a false sense of security? And irrespective of what happens tonight or what happened last night, South Africa won't do that again, if that ever happened. Now, I don't say that is the case, but after a dominant victory, to lose like that, you could maybe think that they took the foot off the gas. But I can't see it happening again in terms of the respective attitudes from the teams. And I think between these two sides, pretty much every match now is a grudge match. And we saw it last night. And we knew it was in the same situation. Both teams were almost not assured, but looked very, very likely to make it through to the final. And they went all out regardless. They didn't ease into it. It was non-stop, and only one goal separated the two sides. So I think when it comes to South Africa and Namibia playing, you can expect a heated battle regardless of the situation going into it. And as I say that, Namibia go and score their 6th goal as they edge towards half-time. It's 4 minutes left of the second chaka.
Yeah, Derek, I think if you look at things as well, if South Africa go and play Namibia tonight and get the win, okay, that is 7 straight test matches that Namibia have not beaten them. It creates doubt. It creates further concern. You know, it's a Namibian side that is missing Kiana Cormac. It's a Namibian side that is missing the likes of Marsha Fent and Giselle Dessel, who were important players at the previous World Cup. And these younger players will step up as time progresses. There's one of them, Sunal Ludwig, who's not one of the babies of the squad anymore, one of the senior players of the squad. But, you know, you look at that kind of thing and you think it just casts more doubt into the players' minds because, you know, you start to get a streak. We all know sport, and that's a very good finish by Julian Amanis. Sports is very interesting like that. If you go on a streak, it is very difficult to break the streak. You know? The South African cricket are going through it right now. It's a very difficult downward spiral. And so you know that Coach Lenny Botha is 100% telling his girls to win tonight. But you also know Coach Erwin Ndura, he's not waiting till tomorrow. He wants to break that now. He wants to use that to put doubt in the South African minds. And he wants it to be a very, very tight game. Or a comfortable win, but that's what he wants. The men's side may be a little bit different. I think Coach Trevor Cormac is very wily. He has the ability to get his team to... now, don't get me wrong, they want to win. But he'll have the ability to tell his team to let it go and focus on the one game. Of course, Coach Ryan Hack and his boys, a lot of those guys new to the national team, new to indoor hockey for a country, they're going out there and they want to win every single game. And of course, a lot of them have played Namibia in the IPTs, in the provincial trophy. And a few of them have lost a game to Namibia provincially and want to set that record straight as often as possible. So both will promise to be a great games tonight. 6 and 7:30. 6 is the women, 7:30 is the men. Here live at Thomas More College. It's the African Hockey Indoor Africa Cup, brought to you by SPAR and also Farco Pharmaceuticals.
Looking at the action now, opportunity for Namibia. Maggie Mengo! And that goes right of the poles. Maggie Mengo yet to get on the score sheet.
1 minute left in the second chaka, and there's Tapisa Jacob. She has killed the ball, so it will be a penalty corner there. Made it unplayable. 1 minute left, or 50 seconds now left on the clock. It is 8-0. It is a far improved Botswana performance. They still give the ball away a little bit too easy, and I'd like to see them try and get out of their half a bit more. I'd even like to see them leave a player up front and just, you know, use that long outlet ball just to stretch the player a little bit.
The shot comes in, and it is straight in. Caitlin Gillies doing the job. Terrific effort from her. Eberhard about to restart the clash. Fires it off. But Boshoff intercepts. Great stick play from Boshoff. Going around her defense, and Maggie Mingo has another attempt. There was a period yesterday. It was also the game against Botswana. And Maggie Mingo, you could see she was actively searching to score a goal. I think she even took a couple of penalty corners. And she kept on being denied by, I'm talking inches. And then eventually she got the goal. And you can see the celebration across her face, as well as her teammates. Very, very happy for her to get on the board. And then seconds later, she had her second. So, as I said yesterday, when it rains, it certainly does pour. But it is pouring goals so far for Namibia. Halfway into the game, and they lead 9-0. We take a bit of a break, a big break, as we see these sides catch some water, catch their breath, before returning for the final two chukkers.
Oh, Derek, if the viewers at home are wondering, there's a bit of a gap in between. Do you guys manage to go to the beach and have a little swim? We don't. But in this past break, Africa came together in a very cool way. Tell us what happened as the media and technical officials got down to business in the break.
It was really cool. And this was Ty's brainchild. We're sitting here looking at this open court. None of the players are here, of course. They're either heading back to the hotel or they're coming from the hotel. But that being said, it's a fairly long break. And there you can see the beautiful school of Thomas More College. So while we're sitting around looking at this open court, thought, how can we make the time go by as we gear up for the next match? And we managed to get hold of a tennis ball. Hockey sticks were in huge supply, so that wasn't an issue. And everyone in attendance took each other on in a giant cricket match on an indoor hockey court. It was terrific fun. Ty scored a duck. He was bowled by me, by my stock ball called the Medusa. It turns any batsman to stone. I top scored with 38.
And Derek's not even lying. It was a majestic innings. He put together shots that Jacques Callis wouldn't even know how to play because they're not from a normal textbook. Of course, we had some interesting rules, one hand, one bounce. If you hit a ball goal, you're out. If you miss 5 in a row, you're out. Tip and run.
Were we playing tip and run?
No, I don't think so. We were just running anyway. Yeah. But also, of course, the one that hurt me the most was if you hit the roof, you were out.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize, how big my guns were. And I hit the roof straight away.
But that was in his second innings. In his first, he was clean bowled by the Medusa.
No, it was my third. I got duck, and one.
Thank you to my batting partner, Stephen Creel, also audio operator extraordinaire.
Actually, I must say, Stephen was telling us this morning as we drive a little bit on the Comrades route, he was telling us, and it was actually majestic to hear him talk about his Comrades adventure because, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it here first, Derek Alberts has committed to joining Stephen on the next Comrades down run.
I was actually trying to locate 3 or 4 of my entries that I've entered over the years for Comrades. They're still lurking somewhere. They still have all my money. I've got none of their medals.
Well, I actually am friends with someone at the Comrades Marathon Association. So to Bronwyn, if you could please let all the guys know. Yeah, you've got it, Chet. Derek, you are saying this in front of honorable members of the hockey community that you are going to run the Comrades.
There's no ways I'm committing to this. I've been burned too many times. But hats off to those that do, and I'm very keen to. So hell with it, let's do it. Ty will be joining me. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be on the side of the road giving you your Energade. Or your bananas. But here we go. Kayla Schumann getting into the D, showing quick hands. And a quick goal. That's how you do it, Kayla Shimming, taking matters into her own hands. And ultimately giving Namibia the 10th goal, their first of the second quarter, second half, third quarter. Oh, and here goes again. It's the Kayla Shimming show right now. And it's a, no, it's not, it is a post. I actually think Tabiso Jacob thought that was in. And hit the post and moved on.
Kabelo Mamadi saying, small teams like Man United, ? Sounds like such an Arsenal fan thing to say. Ty, an Arsenal fan? Never.
I mean, my picture isn't up at the Emirates Stadium at all.
See, I'm a person that enjoys pain. Physically, I enjoy pain. I'll go around and play everyone in a game of knuckles. Really enjoy it. Ty isn't a masochist. And yes, a chance for Botswana, but booted back to Namibia. Ty isn't a masochist, so why would he like Arsenal? That makes no sense.
Yeah, he's not a masochist, but he supports Arsenal, Kaizer Chiefs, and the Cheetahs. And he works in hockey. Penalty corner for Namibia. Not ruthless enough by Coach Erwin Njiru's standards in the first half. Can they make a count now? Azalea Philander standing there. She hasn't had much of a go, and we saw yesterday that she can be lethal at penalty corner time. And she makes me look like I know exactly what I'm talking about, because she puts it away, and it is 11-0. You know, you normally get the commentators cursed, like when we're watching cricket and Derek says, "Oh, that was so good. David Miller looks incredible." 2 minutes later, he will be out.
It's actually uncanny. It's so bad. My friends, they go mad whenever I compliment a player during an innings. They always go, "Oh, damn it, Derek." And invariably, 9 times out of 10, that person will go out. So apologies to every batsman that I've ever tainted.
So I know Aiden Markram is a friend of ours, and he might be watching. So Aiden, if you are, I apologize for when you lose form. That's Derek's fault.
Just going to keep on saying how bad Aiden's been playing.
But in all seriousness...
And Botswana will not score a goal. Let's see.
Well, there it is. Botswana have 17 and a half minutes left of their tournament. Can they find one?
We would love to see it. The men coming agonizingly close to scoring. In fact, they did find the back of the net. But referee Lou judging otherwise. Was it Lou who said so, or was it Peter?
No, it was Peter. But we chatted with Peter off air, and we said, "Come on, Peter, were you not spoiled or hugged enough as a kid?" and he looked at me and he said, "Tyron, he was lying on the floor when you put it over the line." And I said, "Yes, but he was also hovering like 1 centimeter, because it's when his body bounced. So technically he wasn't touching, so it should have been allowed." And apparently that's not true.
It's great getting to know the umpires. They were also involved in the Day 2 cricket fiesta that took place here during the break. And back to the action now.
Danya Meyer, she's started to impress a little bit more today. Didn't see much of her in the game against South Africa last night. Jovanka Kruger, who missed a lot of yesterday, seemed to have a bit of an injury, but she looks okay today. UJ player.
Manus sending the ball out, as this is one of our Botswana stars who we have picked. Irene Jeremiah getting the action back on track, but once again, Namibia attack centered through, and it eventually gets there by hook or by crook. Namibia have another goal. Low fives this time. Ludwig the scorer, as her and Manus go off. On come 2 new players in the skipper, Maggie Mengo and Caitlin Gillies. the debutant from yesterday. Mengo, the skipper.
Interesting
About
moment
to
there
Gillies.
that's going to get Liana Duplessis, the umpire, a fine later. She's pointing one way and she's asking, why is everybody going the way she's pointing? And she's like, ah, man, sorry, I had to point the other way. We call that a Jonathan Kaplan.
long pass there from Mengo to Gillies, but resulted in nothing, unfortunately, for Namibia. Gillies to Kriya. Meyer now. Boshoff has a strike. Kriya tries to run through to no avail.
What was the score this morning? 18?
18-0, yeah. South Africa versus Botswana.
I mean, Botswana would love to hold this to slightly less than that.
Well, they 12-0 down, midway through the third chukka. Mengo fighting hard, wins the battle. Centers it through, can't quite find her opponent. And unfortunately, it will be a corner. And it was Keen Pakane, I think, responsible there for giving away the penalty corner.
4 minutes, 32 seconds remaining in the third chukka.
Waiting in the center, we've got Gillies, Meyer, Mengo. There it comes, Mengo stops it, and Meyer fires it home.
Very muted celebration there. I think that's not what she actually tried to do. I think she actually tried to lift it and just got it along the floor, and that's through.
What a problem to have.
Right.
When the goals that you score aren't scored the way you wanted them to be scored.
Duray Boshoff thinking she had got her goal there, but the whistle had already gone. Of course, Derek, we also saw the interesting fact that drug testing is happening, as it always does at these tournaments. And what happens is, as soon as the game finishes, they come and stand next to the player, and they follow the player, and the player literally can't go until they give, I think it's 2 samples or whatever. And it is, we'll just let the penalty corner play out here. Oh, crossbar.
Botswana actually forgot that the ball was still in play, left it alone. Oh, and that almost hurt them badly.
And of course, the player has to obviously provide a urine sample, but now you must remember this is after sport where you sweat it out, and a lot of times some players actually can't go straight afterwards. And what will happen is the drug testing agent will stay with the player until they can. And they will give you more and more and more water until you are able to go. And it can take, if it takes 6 hours, they will stay with you for 6 hours. You may not leave the venue.
Wow.
Yeah, obviously all good news so far in testing here at previous series. Because, you know, the World Anti-Doping Agency has strict punishments if you're caught. And we all hear about all the cases where people are. They're not on drugs now, though, but they're in the lead and in position. There's Maggie Mengo. Caitlin Gillies back to Mengo. A little bit more precision. I think that ball was out before Jacob touched. No. No, it's ruled that it wasn't. It's a long corner to Namibia. 2 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in this, the third chukka. 13 to Namibia, 0 to Botswana. Here is Captain Maggie Mengo. She is the most Captain Namibian of all time, closing on 60 caps. I think it'll be 60 tonight.
Really great ambassador for her country is Maggie Mengo. She makes her way off the court. So not having too much game time, or not all of the game time rather, from Maggie Mengo. Rather rare for her. Saving her time for tonight's cracker against South Africa. Manus going with the long pass. Not working out for Namibia. Pakane. And that goes in the air, meaning Namibia get it back. Philander Gets it through to Gillies, but unfortunately she's hampered by a Botswana defender who fell. And here we go. Hermanus putting it through, and there we go. Another goal. This one coming courtesy of Caitlin Gillies. A very good effort. In fact, that was not Caitlin, my apologies. That was Tara Marie Myberg getting the goal. Eberhardt intercepted immediately. Shiming gets it back to Myberg. Myberg goes back to clean up. Centers it. Kriya has the shot. In fact, Hermanus with the shot. Ludwig. Back to Hermanus. Strong pass. Blocked by Jacob. Ludwig on the rebound. Gets it through. Myberg tries to no avail. Ball Botswana.
The last minute of this chaka, will Namibia get one more? Will it remain 14-0 at the end of this chaka? Will Botswana sneak one in here? Pakani mishits that, but they get the ball. Go, Lisa. There's a chance.
Hermanus back to clean up.
Did you feel the excitement from even the Namibian fans here offering Botswana? We're rooting them on. On a knee. They play on, and here's another chance.
Hermanus very prominent in the back. But Namibia do get the ball. No, they do not.
No, Botswana's ball there, but it's too little, too late as the clock goes to 0. Don't you think that would be a better siren?
I thought it sounded a little bit like the Twilight Zone.
What's that? Oh, Twilight Zone. I thought you were talking about that other one with the vampires. The saga one.
No. Oh. The guy and the girl, the kissing couple. No, definitely not that.
Yeah, that's very weird when couples do that, Derek.
Yeah, Twilight Zone.
Okay, here. A quiz question for you, Mr. Alberts. Let me just refresh this.
Bring it on. For those that don't know, Ty and I started a little thing at the beginning of last year, which kind of took off. And we did it completely by accident. One evening we decided to host a couple of our friends online. And this, of course, was when lockdown just started. We wanted to spend some time with our mates. So we hosted a sports trivia for them. And it went off really, really well. The guys absolutely loved it. So we thought, well, why not try open it up to the public just for some fun? And it just exploded in terms of interest. We had over 150, 200 competitors taking part. Big sports stars joining us. We spoke about Aidan Markram, Chris Morris, Brandon Stone, CJ Stander, a whole host of sporting personalities joining us along the way. And that led to us hosting online quizzes for companies, including 1K Wednesdays and Mayor getting on the board for Namibia, the first goal of the fourth and final chaka. So that open up the 1K Wednesdays. Every Wednesday night we host a online quiz for anyone who wants to take part, and the prize is 1,000 Rand. It's general knowledge, 50 questions, 1,000 Rand on offer. And yeah, we this past year has seen myself and Ty go through. How many trivia questions do you reckon you've read and prepared, Ty, over the last year?
Sure, prepared maybe over 1,000, read about 20,000. It was quite funny because the other night I actually got to partake in a quiz, a 1K Wednesday. And yeah, I was fortunate. I won it quite comfortably. But the funny thing was, okay, so it's 50 questions and probably 10 of them I had read in the preceding 3-4 weeks preparing questions. So like as the question came up, for example, how many black keys on a piano? I was like, yeah, I read this the other day. How many keys on a piano? I'm like, yeah, I read this the other day. What is Ceylon's the original name for? Like, yep, read that quiz. So yeah, it's been interesting. Of course, because you're on YouTube, if you just go to the playlist, check out Rayder Media playlist. As Brosha fires that wide, you'll see there's a lockdown sports quiz live playlist there, and you can go watch when we did quizzes with all the sportsmen, quiz-to-views as we called them. They are there. They were live. You can check it out, of course. But here's a question, and Steve, you can also have a guess here because it's a number, and we'll see which one of you is the closest. And Chris, you can also have a guess. We've had 4 men's games so far. How many goals have been scored in total? So here's the question. 4 men's games so far. How many goals have been scored in total so far? Whoever's the closest, they get 1 trick bonus when we play cards tonight.
I say 76.
So Chris, our director, goes 99. Steve went 85. Derek went 76. So Chris, I can tell you, you are the closest. So you will get 1 bonus trick tonight. And the answer is 109 so far in the men's game, with Fagan Hansen netting 22 of those himself.
Wow. Gee, that was a terrible guess. I'm thinking about it now. I mean, 2 games had pretty much 76. It was a ridiculous guess. Derek, I, of course, didn't win the 1K Wednesday a couple of weeks ago. But well done, Chris. You need it after coming last night in cards. Chris, our director. Steve, incidentally, the youngest ever man to run Comrades, doing it at the tender age of 8.
That's illegal, Derek.
You didn't compete you just did the route.
Yeah, okay.
So well done, Steve-o.
Derek used to go to school in the snow, barefoot in PE. I remember when my father used to say that when we were kids. Good say, Jacob. He used to say, when I used to walk to school in the snow, I was like, Dad, you went to Boksburg High. It didn't snow in South Africa. And your parents had a car, and you lived close to the school. Come on. But you know, you always get those mannerisms that your parents say.
Yep.
And then you become one and you start saying it. Listen, young man, if you don't... Oh, man, I'm becoming my dad.
That's what Ty said to me earlier when after I bowled him with the Medusa. Listen, young man, if you bowl me again, I'll be out. And there's another goal. Gee, look at the celebration. We had muted celebrations earlier. This time around, Boshoff celebrating and celebrating well as Namibia take their score to 16. And 6 minutes to go of this match, and 6 minutes to go in terms of Botswana's participation in this tournament, in the ladies' competition.
Well, that is because Boshoff has had 2 goals disallowed. She's missed, she's hit the post, and that is her first for the day. And of course, she did score 4 yesterday against Botswana. She's now played 23 times for her national indoor side. Including at the Indoor Hockey World Cup, where she played all 6 games, and she scored 2 goals, once against Russia and once against Namibia. She also was one of the first Namibians to get a green card when she got one against Ukraine at the World Cup.
So that shot going off in a little bit of a hobble there from Ludwig, hurting herself a little.
So now Ludwig giving us a little dance. There's a bit of Jerusalem going on there. I'm just saying it loud enough because if she's close enough to hear us, maybe we get a dance.
Opportunity for Ludwig. Pass it over to a minus.
It was interesting before the game. We were playing some music to create a bit of vibe before the warm-ups, before the stream went live, and Jerusalem was playing, and the Namibians were having a go at it. And some of them were very, very impressive, and some of them come from the Derek Albert's dance school, which is basically not
Vincent Vega from Pulp Fiction.
I was thinking more John Rayder from Napoleon Dynamite.
Ah, that's not too bad. I've seen worse.
Yeah, but that's not nice because Ray's not on the headphones and he can't hear us now.
Cameraman Ray, the Ray in Rayder. If you can get a pic with him, it's like a little statue behind us, just stands there filming literally all day. And it's actually amazing. It's like the British guards that stand in front of Buckingham Palace. They're not allowed to move, and that's Ray. So you can actually come and stand around Ray. You can hang on him, have photos taken with him. He's not allowed to smile. I don't think I've ever seen Ray smile. Really, really cool to see, actually.
No, there's actually, it's an urban legend to say that Ray does smile. And if you see it, it's like being at the end of a rainbow. You will find the leprechaun and the pot of gold.
I've been with Ray in many countries all over the world, and I'm yet to find that smile, that pot of gold. But it's a true thing, though. If you do come around, of course, there's no fans allowed. But if you are an administrator, if you have a media pass, and you do see Ray standing to attention behind us, filming all day, all night, not smiling, take a photo with him. It'll be so cool. He wants you to. He encourages it. 4 minutes to go in this clash.
And if you could tag him on social media as well as... Actually, if you will give you his number and you can message him. He loves to share photos with people that he doesn't know.
4 minutes to go in this encounter. We'll try and get some of the hockey players to do just that after the game. Namibia 17-0 in front. Remember, the South Africans ended 18-0 victors. Hermanus centers it through.
Oh, deliberately out the back. And that was an easy decision for Liana du Plessis. The penalty corner.
3.5 minutes to go in this match, as we say goodbye to Botswana after this clash. Really been great to have them on board. Interesting ploy there from Namibia. Wasn't coming straight from shimming. There is an injury now. Oh, and unfortunately that was a very hard shot. And going down, we do hope she's okay. Rafilwe Botepeng. So we do hope that she is okay.
It is Sunal Ludwig who has done a hop and skip. And a hop, skip, a juggle, a run, a tiki-taka earlier when she missed a short corner. This does look painful. Of course, it will be a penalty strike. We hope that this is just an impact injury and nothing long term. Must say thank you to Thomas More College. They also provided us with lunch today. It was a sensational chicken wrap with some avo on it, some lettuce, tomato. It's world class. I know yesterday you heard my peanut butter and jam story. I mean, I will say it. Jam is amazing, but avo is even better.
Yeah, avo is incredible. Well done. Especially Durban avos. Avos have rescued Tyron many a time in Durban. Loves them. Here we go with Ludwig. Penalty stroke. And she finds the back of the net, taking the score to 18-0. Wearing that bright orange hockey stick. If she was Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles, she'd say Cowabunga with that goal. Three minutes to go. Hermanus and Gillies interacting between each other at the back. Kriya in the center. Big smile across her face. Gillies gets it out.
Of course, if you haven't seen it on the stream, Namibia have pulled their keeper. They are going with the 6 outfield players. This is where Botswana almost need to just leave a person up there and give themselves an outlet to just smash it.
$18-0. Namibia looking to make it 19 from this penalty corner. Here it comes. Fired away and fired into the back of the net once again. Shimming doing the business, and she tag teams out as two more players come in, including Danya Meyer and the captain, Maggie Mengo. Look at that smile creep across Maggie's face. She's enjoying herself out there. Botswana, do they have a goal in them? Their first ever goal, of course, it would be in the tournament.
There's Lisa Eberhardt on the board, giving thumbs up to everybody.
Saw a massive bruise on Lisa's thigh. So obviously, it's not for sissies this game.
Danya Meyer getting her big feet in the way there. Lisa Eberhardt back on the ball. Can they do something here? 2 minutes to go.
Here's a chance. Maggie Mengo breaks away. She's got players in and out, but she decides to go it alone. She gets it eventually to Kriya. Kriya fires in. Is that another injury now?
No, because Pakani is a trooper. Got it straight on the arm. And she just goes, meh, this doesn't hurt me. She might even have said it in the exact way. Meh. Probably not, though.
Of course, if you're not watching this stream, why not? Great hockey taking place. Some of you may be on the golf course on this fine Saturday. A couple we know isn't Darren enjoying life on the course. But big hockey fans nonetheless. And I'll be excited to know that Namibia are leading 19 goals to 0. Always great being in Durban. Plenty of moisture in the air. And Namibia getting another goal. Of course, they don't need to worry about that. It is indoors in this magnificent venue here at Thomas More College. Botswana, 10 seconds away from their competition coming to an end. Really has been great seeing them compete. And yeah, it will take them some time to be competitive, or to the level that South Africa and Namibia compete at. But
10 goals better off than their meeting yesterday. So
there we go.
Some good positives. At that rate, they need 3 more games and they'd be winning.
Very much so. You know, and that's exactly it. They've improved wholeheartedly over the course of the last 2 days. Yesterday, some heavy defeats. Certainly the case this time around, but a little lesser, so to speak. And you can see the smiles across the faces of the Botswana players. This is what it's about. It's about competing, not about winning. They were happy to be involved in what has proved to be a fantastic tournament. The Indoor Africa Cup 2021 taking place in Durban, 16th to the 18th of April. Ty has gone downstairs, so we'll be chatting to the respective captains of each side. Lisa Eberhardt will be making her final post-match press conference. It's been a delight having her on board. Thoroughly enjoyable. And let's go across now to Tyron and the Skippers.
Lisa, that brings to the end your tournament. 10 goals better off than yesterday against Namibia. A lot more heart. Are you happy with how it's gone and a bit of the progress you've seen?
Definitely happy.
A little bit of an injury there. Is it looking serious or is it more of an impact?
She's a fighter. She'll soldier through.
All right. Obviously, that's the end of the tournament. It's been a good 4 games, good learning opportunity. Is there a big party now planned for tonight to enjoy? And what's the plans before you head back to Botswana?
When we get home, we'll definitely party. But it's the end of the tournament, but the beginning of our thorough training. Next time we're coming back better than before.
Absolutely. Look, it's been great to have you here. And obviously, you guys have given the opportunity to play South Africa and Namibia. Have there been a lot of things that you've been able to learn from them?
Definitely a lot of things, yes.
And anything you'd like to say to your counterpart, Maggie Mengo?
Yes, she's so sweet. Thank you for, I'm a fan, so it's been awesome.
Well, awesome. Lisa, I can tell you that there are lots of fans of you now.
Really?
And
Oh.
it's absolutely great to see. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the rest of the day.
They can come get signatures.
All right, Maggie, congratulations. Job done. The final is secured. It will be South Africa, Namibia.
Yeah.
Of course, we still got the game tonight. How much are you able to fully focus on tonight's game when tomorrow is hanging in the distance?
Of course, tomorrow is the main day. I mean, it's the D-Day, the day that will determine for World Cup ticket. So what is important is every game matters against South Africa. So you can't say we're focusing more on tomorrow than not today. So we need to go out and represent our country full out still tonight.
Last night was a cracker.
Yeah.
Tonight, we're going to expect more of the same.
Yeah, it's going to be a cracker again. So I think none of the countries... we enjoy playing hockey against each other, which is competitive. It's good for Africa hockey. So, and I think we need to bring the best out, you understand?
And I know they're desperate to
fine.
get you for a photo, but obviously the memories of 2017 and what you did in Swakopmund, how important will that be for the likes of you, Duray, Sunal, the players who were there?
Yeah.
How important is that in carrying it forward to tomorrow?
I mean, it's a big title to defend. We cannot just go out there. I mean, it means the world to us as a nation, but not just to us as individual players that you've singled out. I mean, for the nation, for the hockey family in Namibia, it's quite important that we go out there and make them proud as well. And we're here to compete for it and to defend our title, and we're going to go full out.
And lastly, Maggie, it would be remiss not to give you an opportunity to talk about MTC.
No, we just want to thank all our sponsors, MTC being the main sponsor, and of course Standard Bank and Namibia. I think thank you for believing in hockey and thank you for believing in the potential and the talent out there in Namibia. So we will make you proud.
Thank you. You are making them proud. Good luck for tonight and
Thank
more
you.
importantly, good luck for tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you. And last one, thank you to Botswana who came out. Really awesome team spirit, and it was awesome playing with them. It's good for Africa hockey. So I just want to thank Botswana's federation also for coming out here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Maggie Mengo. Thank you very much, Time. Maggie runs off to go and join the photo opportunity. Shame. Full credit to the team. Look at them there. They certainly are waiting on as they waited for Maggie to come and join. And yeah, hockey is indeed the winner. Tremendous spirit played between those two sides. And as you could hear, both players saying, I'm a fan of the other. It's been lovely to have them on board. And thank you for joining us once again. We've got another match taking place in half an hour's time as Botswana take on South Africa in the men's competition. It's the 4th game of the day here at the Indoor Africa Cup 2021. See you in about half an hour's time. It gets underway at 2:30. Cheers.